Hello students. So now we will see another interconversion from aniline to chlorobenzene. Okay. So we will draw the structures of the starting and the final product what we want, starting reactant and final product. Our starting reactant is aniline, benzene with NH2, that is aniline, and destination product is benzene with halogen, benzene with chlorine. Okay, so this is your aniline, this is your chlorobenzene. So in two steps you can convert it. Okay, in two simple steps we can convert. First is we provide NaNO2 with dilute HCl. Okay, we provide NaNO2 with dilute HCl and 0 to 5 degree Celsius. Okay, NaNO2 dilute HCl 0 to 5 degree Celsius. So what is this reaction is called as diazotization. Diazotization. Okay, aniline treated with NaNO2 with HCl 0 to 5 degree Celsius temperature. Okay, aniline will be converted into a compound called as BDC, benzene diazonium chloride. Let me write down the name of the compound. Here I am writing benzene diazonium chloride. Okay, benzene diazonium chloride. This compound benzene, this is called a diazonium chloride. This is called diazonium group chloride, benzene diazonium chloride. Okay, or short form BDC. Okay, BDC. So to convert aniline into benzene diazonium chloride, you have to give mixture of NaNO2 with HCl and this temperature range, which is very important, 0 to 5 degree Celsius, and this reaction is called as diazotization reaction. Okay, now to convert BDC into chlorobenzene, you have to give mixture of CuCl and HCl. To convert BDC into chlorobenzene, you give mixture of CuCl with HCl. Okay, so this reaction is very famous, you know it, Sandmeyer's reaction. Sandmeyer's reaction, what will happen? The diazonium chloride group will be converted into chlorine group. Okay, to convert BDC into chlorobenzene, you give mixture of CuCl with HCl. Okay, that is called Sandmeyer's reaction, and you will get chlorobenzene. So in two steps your reaction is complete. Okay, so this is how aniline is converted into chlorobenzene. So now let us see another type of interconversion. Now let us see another type of interconversion. Now let us see another type of interconversion. Another interconversion is also a very famous because it is linked to a very famous reaction called as Wood-Reed. So the interconversion is to convert 2-chlorobutane. Okay, to convert 2-chlorobutane to 3,4 dimethylhexane. To 3,4 dimethylhexane. You have to convert 2-chlorobutane to 3,4 dimethylhexane. So our first step is to writing the starting reactant and the destination product. Starting reactant 2-chlorobutane. So obviously this one is your 2-chlorobutane. chlorine at the 2 position. Okay, 2-chlorobutane. 3,4-dimethyl hexane. Let us write it down. 3,4-dimethyl hexane. First we will write down what is hexane. Okay. Now 3,4. At 3 and 4 position there is methyl groups. Okay. At 3 and 4 position there is methyl group. So this is your 3,4-dimethyl hexane. This is your hexane, no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexane. And at 3 and 4 position there are methyl groups. Okay, these are hydrogens. Okay, so how to convert it? Use. When we take 2 molecules into 2 means 2 molecules of chlorobutane in presence of sodium, you take, so instead of writing into 2, I will write the way it is usually written, 2 molecules of, okay, chlorobutane. This is your 2 molecules of chlorobutane. 2 I have multiplied. 2 molecules of chlorobutane. 2-chlorobutane. Not chlorobutane. 2-chlorobutane. 2 molecules of 2-chlorobutane in presence of sodium and dry ether and heat. You know it is a very famous reaction. 2 molecules of a haloalkane in presence of sodium and dry ether heated. It is called Wood's reaction. And what you will get? You will get this product. Okay? You will get this product. And remember, when you are taking 2 molecules of a haloalkane, you have to take 2 sodium atoms also. Okay? So, how is this reaction happening? You see, this is actually a free radical reaction. Okay? A free radical site is created at this position where chlorine is attached. Okay? So, there will be branching taking place here. Okay? And the 2 branched groups are linked, as you can see. 2 branched groups are linked. And that is why you obtain 3,4-dimethyl hexane. Okay, this is a free radical reaction. Alright. So this is how 2-chlorobutane is converted into 3,4-dimethyl hexane. So you see here there is branching. Okay, here the position where halogen is attached. Okay, there a branching is created. Okay, there a branching is created. Alright, what happens? This is converted into this type of free radical. In this presence of 2 sodium and dry ether, it is converted into this type of free radical. So these 2 types of similar free radical, they will link with each other. Okay, and you will obtain compound like this. Okay, because it is a free radical reaction. Okay, free radical reaction. So you will get a free radical like this with branching. That is why 2 such similar free radicals will link and you will obtain compound like this. So this is how 2-chlorobutane is converted into 3,4-dimethyl hexane. Okay. Now let us see another type of interconversion. Let us see another interconversion. Another interconversion is based on Markov-Nikov addition. Question is 2-methyl prop 1-en. 2-methyl prop 1 ENE. 2-methyl prop 1 ENE to 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. Okay, 2-methyl prop 1 ENE. So this is our starting reactant. Let us draw the structure. Prop 1 ENE and methyl at the 2 position. So this is the structure of 2-methyl prop 1 ENE. Okay. Next is the destination product. The destination product. What will be the destination product? 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. So this is your propane. This is methyl. 2-chloro 2-methyl propane. 2-chloro and 2-methyl, both chlorine and methyl at the 2 position. Now what to do? Very simple, only one step. You give HCl. This is Markovnikov addition. Okay, Markovnikov addition. When a double bond is treated with a halogen acid, double bond is treated with halogen acid, the halogen part, halogen acid means what? HCl, HBr, HI, double bond treated with a halogen acid, the halogen part of that halogen acid will be linked to that carbon, which has lesser number of hydrogen. That carbon of the double bond, the halogen part, okay, will be linked to that carbon of the double bond which has lesser hydrogen. Now double bond has 2 carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2. Double bond has 2 carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2. So that carbon of the double bond, the halogen will be linked which has lesser number of hydrogen. So obviously which has lesser number of hydrogen? Carbon number 2, no hydrogen at all. At carbon number 2 there is no hydrogen at all, whereas at carbon number 1 there are 2 hydrogen. Carbon number 1 2 hydrogen and carbon number 2 no hydrogen. So which has lesser number of hydrogen? Carbon number 2, no hydrogen at all. So halogen is linked there. Okay, and double bond will be converted into single bond. Okay, halogen is linked to that carbon having lesser number of hydrogen and double bond converted into single bond. And whenever double bond is converted into single bond, please maintain the tetravalency of carbon. Double bond is converted into single bond, but please maintain the tetravalency of the carbon. Okay, so now let us do another interconversion. Another interconversion is ethyl chloride to propanoic acid. Ethyl chloride to propanoic acid. Ethyl chloride to propanoic acid. Obviously first we will draw the structure. Ethyl chloride structure, very easy. This is ethyl chloride starting reactant, destination product propanoic acid. So this is your propanoic acid, COOH group will be there. Okay, propanoic acid. Now you see there is 1 carbon extra. So what to do? First we will convert this into a cyanide compound. How to do? Many times I have done. You treat with KCN, ethyl alcohol water, chlorine group will be replaced by cyanide group. It is replaced. Nucleophilic substitution. Chlorine group will be replaced by cyanide group when we provide with KCN, C2H5OH and H2O. Okay. Now you know cyanide is converted into carboxylic group by acid hydrolysis. H plus in presence of H2O, that is called acid hydrolysis. So our work is done. Okay, and we got the final result. Okay. Now let us convert another and the last one. Last interconversion of this video, that is conversion of but1-ENE to N-butyl, but1-ENE to N-butyl iodide. Okay, but1-ENE to N-butyl iodide. How to convert that? First, let us write but1-ENE to N-butyl iodide. First we will write but1-ENE. Very easy. but1-ENE, starting reacted, double bond at one position, already placed, 4 carbon, N-butyl iodide. Same thing, 4 carbon, at the last you place one iodine. Done. N-butyl iodide. Okay. So how to convert this? Very simple. You give, first step is you treat with HBr, peroxide and heat. Any double bond treated with HBr in presence of peroxide, that is called anti-Markovnikov addition. So what is anti-Markovnikov addition? Double bond will be introduced. Double bond will be introduced at that carbon of the double bond. Sorry, the halogen will be introduced. I am extremely sorry. The halogen will be introduced. The halogen will be introduced at that carbon of the double bond which has higher number of hydrogen. The halogen will be introduced in that carbon of the double bond which has higher number of hydrogen. So carbon number 1, carbon number 2, which has higher number of hydrogen. Double bond has 2 carbon, carbon number 1, carbon number 2. Carbon number 1 has higher hydrogen. No? So the halogen part or the bromine part is introduced at that carbon and double bond is converted into single bond. Okay, double bond converted into single bond and halogen attached to that carbon which has higher number of hydrogen. And whenever double bond is converted into single bond, maintain the tetravalency of carbon. Now this to that. How to? Bromobutane to iodobutane. Now you know a very famous reaction, Finkelstein reaction. If you have remember in the there is a reaction called Finkelstein reaction. What we do? We give sodium iodide. Okay, we provide sodium iodide along with acetone. Okay, sodium iodide with acetone. Any bromoalkane or chloroalkane, any bromoalkane or chloroalkane in presence of sodium iodide acetone, what will happen? Bromine or chlorine will be replaced by iodine. Bromine or chlorine will be replaced by iodine and the name of this reaction is Finkelstein reaction. Bromine will be replaced by iodine when you provide sodium iodide in presence of acetone. Okay, so bromine is replaced by iodine. So we reached our destination. Okay, very easy, 2-step. So this is all about interconversion in this video. Thank you all.